Hello, welcome back to another fishing episode, and I'm just getting myself ready. I've had breakfast, I've been sleeping in the car tonight, and I'm going to go out and do a bit of fishing with a big rod. So I'm going to head over that way. Yeah, I think that looks alright down there. We'll give it a bash. Right, I'm on the mark and I'm just busy setting up. And look what's appeared. Little Mr. Seal. So that's not good. Hopefully he buggers off. So I'll give you a look around. This is what it looks like. It's nice and deep just here. Hopefully there's some fish around. Right, I'm going to put this out. I've got a 6-ounce gripper on the bottom and I've got a peeler crab on there, which is just clipped down. We'll get this out and then I'll tell you what rod I'm using. That'll do nicely. There's a great bit of depth out there, so that's it. There's got to be 20-30 metres easily. So hopefully that grip lead will grip in. And I'm going to put the ratchet on just in case, because I don't want anything large taken off with my rod. So I'm going to keep the tip down to about there. It's really windy. Don't know if you can tell, but you can probably see my clothes blowing around. So yeah, it's windier than it was forecast. But hopefully it's going to die down a little bit and it'll ease. I'll be able to put some lures around as well. But mainly today it's about the bait fishing. So I'll show you me setup. I do like this rod. It's the Black Rock, the Rock and Roll 4300. It's a nice, strong, heavy rod, and it's nice and long as well. I've got the Abu little 6.5 on it. That's loaded with 60-pound braid, and that's the rod spec. So yeah, come on the fish. So it's a nice comfortable mark that I'm on here. Well, relatively comfortable. Just a little scramble down from up there. And plenty of places to sit and enjoy the day. It's going to be a hot one, but there is that nice strong breeze, just keeping everything cool. So yeah, looking forward to this session. See what fish I can get. Right, this has been out there for a good 25 minutes. I want to have a look and see if there's anything been at the bait, because I haven't had any bites. And it doesn't feel as if there's anything on there. Maybe there's a crab or something. Yeah. Oh, out over them rocks. There is a little bit weight on it. I don't know what that is. See, I haven't had any bites. No, it's not. No, whatever it was isn't there now. Perhaps a crab or something hanging on. Let's have a look. Well, that bait hasn't really been touched, to be honest with you. It's still pretty much all there. Perhaps picked at by crabs, but certainly no fish. Right, I'm going to rebait and we'll get back out. I think I might try a couple of lugworm this time. Right, that's what I've got on there. I'm going to put lugworm and mackerel out and see if we can get something on that. Oh, that wind still dead strong. Alright, let's get this back out. It's blown a proper hoolie now. It's supposed to be getting lighter, but seems to be getting stronger. Right, let's get this back out there. Bit more distance on it this time as well. I can't go too far because I'll be over the top of the pots. So what I'm doing is I'm chucking it just this side of where the pot rope is. I just think it's too much of a risk. If I put it over the top and I get a decent fish on, I could lose it on the ropes. So that's my thinking behind that. I could probably get another 15-20 yards on my cast, but let's say it's probably a bit risky. Right, let's see if that change of bait makes any difference. Fingers crossed. So while I've been waiting for bites, I've had the lure rod out and I've been chucking some metals and some soft plastics, and I haven't even had a touch on any of the lures. So I don't know where all the fish are. I don't know whether them seals that were here earlier on have chased them all away, but it's not looking promising, is it? I'll give it my best shot though. Right, I've just moved to a mark round to the left. The wind was just getting far too strong there. I was going to go to the right, but I've changed my mind and I've came to the left. The only trouble is there's pots close in and further out. So I'm going to have one cast. I didn't see this one close in. I'm going to have a cast in any case. I'm here and I'm set up, so I'll just show you what I'm going to chuck out. Just the same again, mackerel and nugworm. We'll get this put out and we'll just see what happens. If I get snagged up straight away, then I'm just going to call it a day along here and go somewhere different. Maybe, I don't know whether I'll do it today or whether I'll just do it tomorrow. We shall decide later. Right, let's get this out. Oh, that's deep. That's really deep. It's just stopped there. Yeah, so that's kind of like just on top of the second lot of pots out there. So we'll see what happens. I'm not particularly enjoying fishing here. It's just too windy and far too many pots and too many seals as well. They're everywhere. So we'll see what happens. I might just end up calling it a day after this one and having a try somewhere different tomorrow. Maybe have a drive out somewhere, maybe over Port Logan or something. And hopefully by then that wind might have died down a bit. It's got to be 25-mile-an-hour gusts, that. Just not pleasant at all. But what I can say is, I don't think you can see the angle of that line. That's pretty taut. And it's going straight down that way. So we're in some really deep water here. I am going to put the ratchet on again, just to be on the safe side. Just in case anything big comes and takes it. Right, I might as well try chucking the metal around as well while I'm waiting. So I'll bring you back if there's any fish. Right, I'm into a fish on the lure rod at last. We haven't blanked. That feels alright actually. Not massive, but it's a fish. It's a pollock. Let's get that lifted over. There we go. I haven't blanked. There you go, nice bit pollock there. So that was just on the second cast. Let's cheer us up a bit. Just lip hooked. That's it. And then we'll just chuck it in. Sploosh. And away. Right. So there might be some fish here. Hopefully there's some on the big rod as well. Like I say, that's the aim for today. Just had bites on there. Something took just a little bit of line. I'm just going to turn off the ratchet and I'll just watch it. Come on. One fish on the big rod. I'll be more than happy. Especially after it's been so poor. Come on, it's got to be a fish for us. Right, I'm going to get this in because the pot boat's coming along to collect these pots. So I'm going to get this in because I'm over the top of these ones. I'll get this up. Hopefully I don't catch any pots. Can't believe how deep it is here. The line's virtually going straight down into the water. It's unreal. See if that's been touched. You know what it is, the bait hasn't even been sniffed at. Look at that. It's still intact, completely intact. Right, as I was watching that boat, what I've realised is that it's not strings of pots, it's just one pot on each of the buoys. So I'm fine just to cast out really. I can cast as far as I want in that direction over there. So I am going to have one last cast. I nearly called it a day there, but I had a couple of fish on the lures off that side. Right, so what I've done is I've swapped over to crab. So that's a full crab on there. And I'm just, these rocks are awful down here. Trying to walk on here. So yeah, we'll get this out and we'll just have one last try. I'm just going to put them grippers up. There's quite a strong tide here. So yeah, just one last try in the hope of pulling a fish out of the bag, so to speak. Last minute. Alright. Oh, that wind's just unbearable. Still going down. That's it. So I'm going to put this back up there. And I'm going to have the rod facing with the wind. So kind of that direction over there. We'll see if we can get a last cast fish. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest with you. It's 3:15. It's not far off low water. I'll have a few casts for this. That way seems to be the sweet spot for the lures. Fish on. It's been ages since I've had any. What's that? It feels, is that a mackerel? It feels more like a mackerel, this one. Kind of hope it is, because I haven't caught a mackerel this year yet. This will be the very first one. It looks like a mackerel. It's jumping around on the top. So I can get it. Yeah, that's got to be a mackerel. Yeah, I think it is. Right, well I'm not going to keep it, so I'm just going to... Oh, it's feisty, I'll say that for it. So yeah, first mackerel of the year for me. I don't really fish for them, but quite a big one as well. So I'll get that off without touching it. I'm just going to drop it into the rock pool. Well, I'll do it down there. So it's just lip hooked, so all I'll do is just kind of... That's it. He'll be away once he finds his way out of there. Yeah, there he goes. And sploosh and away. Right, there's been nothing happening on this. I am starting to enjoy the day a little bit better, so I am going to have one more cast. We'll swap the baits over. We'll put mackerel and lugworm on and see if I can get something on here. Feels like there's a little bit of weight on there. Maybe it's a crab. Been picking at the peeler that was on there. Certainly doesn't feel like a fish. But there is a nice bit of tide run across the front here now. Oh, it's just kelp that was on there. Right, let's get this in. So the bait's gone completely. So yeah, we'll try one more cast. That's the one thing about fishing on the rocks, like, it's just awful on your feet and your knees. Right, that's the last one out there, and that's just, the tide is just taking it for miles. There's a really, really strong current across the front here. So I'm going to have to watch what I'm doing with the rod. You probably see it's bouncing along the bottom. I'll show you the current. You can probably see it's running right across the water there. It's pushing really close in here and then pushing further out where that line goes. So it's probably, well, it will be too strong to fish in because the tide is only just starting to pick up. And it's just took, I cast it that way and it's just took it right over there. So that'll just be tumbling along the bottom and probably getting itself tangled up. I don't have much faith in it now. We'll have a couple of casts with the lure rod while we're waiting. You never know. You never know, do you? I will stand really close to this rod though, because if a big, or even if a medium fish took it, it would could quite easily pull the rod over. I kind of put the ratchet on because there's too much strength off the tide. It'll just pull the line out. So we'll just do it as that. Oh, it's been one of them days. Everything's just been against us, hasn't it? I hope I don't sound too miserable and defeated. I am enjoying myself, as I always do. And I have to say, love the Black Rock, the rock and roll. That was my first choice of rods, that one. Yeah, it's definitely between that one and the Scaramanga. Can't decide which is my favourite yet. I think the Scaramanga is probably a bit more versatile, but this is just a lovely rod for casting and fishing with. It just feels perfectly balanced, the right sort of length. So after I finished here, I'm just going to go back to the car, and I think that wind is dying down a little bit. So hopefully, I've just landed right on top of that pot. Hopefully it'll be lovely and calm by the time I get back. The wind is forecast to die down, but it just seems to have been strong all day. So I'm hoping when I get back to the car, I can put the chair out, put some tea on, have a couple of beers and just relax for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow we'll go out again and I'll have a drive somewhere and see if I can find somewhere to fish. Maybe it's over Port Logan. Low water, high water, I'll be about, I think it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll see if we can find somewhere where we can fish over high water. Well, there's nothing happening, so I'm going to get this in and I'm going to go back and do some relaxing. So I'll see if I get a video out of this. If I do, great. If I do, you'll be watching it right now. So I'll get this in. That's going to be miles away. It's going to take ages of wind in. Don't think there's anything on it. Let's have a... It's doing something a bit weird. Feels like it's catching on something. Nah, there's no weight there, is there? Right, okay, so I'll get this in. Oh, I'm knackered. I've had a canny day out. It's had its ups and downs, shall we say. But I caught a few pollock and I caught a mackerel. Nothing on the big rod, I'm afraid. But hopefully I can change that story tomorrow. So I'll say, as always, stay safe out there. Tight lines and cheers. And that hasn't even been touched. Not even been touched. So definitely time to go.